All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah HaKwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. All right, I played a small clip, and that was from the song of Bob Marley, and I used to listen to a lot of Bob Marley just because I liked the lyrics that he had. And like the song Exodus, he's not really talking about the Exodus of Egypt, but the Exodus of this new world. All right, going back to the promised land. So this song, he says, is there a place for the hopeless sinner who have hurt all mankind just to save his own? All right, and he's really talking about Esau. All right, that's the hopeless sinner. So I'm going to be getting into the scriptures, to see, is there a place for that hopeless sinner, man? And also for the 2/3 of Israel, all right, which are the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. 2/3 of our people are gonna perish, all right, and it's not gonna be forever, all right. The Most High never gets rid of a soul. We believe that in the kingdom, after the Edomites are done away with, that they're probably going to come back as another nation. Might come back as Hamites or whatever it may be. All right, but this is I'll come back to this one. I'm gonna get 2nd Esdras. Esdras chapter 6, and I'm going to start off at verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they were all made through me alone, and through none other. By me also shall they be ended, and by none other. All right, so the Most High is considering all these things. All right, and this kingdom and everything that is being set up, all right, it's all through the Most High, man. This current empire, all right, here in America, Babylon the Great, all right, we may hate it, all right, but we have to remember that the Most High is the one that set this kingdom up, all right. If it wasn't for Him, this kingdom wouldn't have ever been built, man. Whatever kingdom it is that has been built up, it has been through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because He wanted that kingdom to be built up, all right. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or what shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Esdras, ask thou not. All right, so the end of times, we will see Esau in power. All right, and he's been in power for a while. All right, the Roman Empire, that was Edomite Empire. All right, the Greeks, they were empire of Edomites. All right, the French, Great Britain, all right, all those empires, Spaniola, all right, those empires were all set up by Edomites, all right. So we know that this Edomite is going to be the end of times, all right. So right now we're currently in Babylon the Great, which is an empire set up by Edomites, all right. That's why Donald Trump right now is in power. He's been set up by the Most High, and all these white people, all right, so-called self-proclaimed white people are going nuts about him. All right, they love him because he says exactly how they feel inside their hearts, but they don't want to say it. All right, they're racist. They have always been against the children of the Most High. All right, but they don't want to say it themselves. see, so from there, let me get Malachi chapter 1. Let's see. And verse 2. Let me start off at verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. All right, that's the lot for a wicked man. All right, that wicked man that was born for that wickedness, and that was Esau, Edom. All right, so the Most High is saying that he will have indignation for the Edomites forever. All right, that means it won't change, man. Let's look up that word indignation. All right, which is Zaim. It says to denounce, express indignation, be indignant, to have indignation, be indignant, be angrily indignant, be defiant, to be abhorrent, to express indignation in speech, denounce, curse, to show indignation, show anger. All right, so the Most High is going to be showing that anger, not by allowing you to go into the kingdom of heaven. All right, so that indignation is forever, man. You see? So that means Esau, Edom is not going to have an inheritance in the kingdom. All right, is there a place for a hopeless sinner? Yes, slavery. All right, slavery is going to be your thing. And then after slavery, you're going to be done away with. All right, your kingdom, which is Babylon the Great, this current kingdom here in this world, it's going to be pushed to the side. It's going to be done away with, desolate. All right, and then you're going to go into captivity. All right, slavery. And after slavery, after a certain period of time that you serve slavery, you're going to go and be done away with. All right, your seed is going to be cut off. That means the male seed is going to be done away with, you see. But from there, let me go to Romans 9. You know what? Let me read the first few verses, and then I'll jump down to 15. It says, I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness with the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the services of our power, and the promises, whose are the fathers, in whom, as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came, who is over all, God blessed forever, Aman or Tawab. All right, so the Most High is letting you know, all right, through the words of the prophets, that Israel is the one that receives everything. All right, I mean, there's no way around Romans 9. You know, there's no way around Romans 9. And that's why a lot of people don't like to deal with Romans 9. All right, I've shown Romans 9 to a Christian, and they stay shut. They don't know what to say. All right, they can't come up with anything because, like I said, some of the scriptures are just plain and dry, straight to the point. You know, point blank period, like Elder Tahar always says. So jumping down to verse 15, let me start off at verse 11. All right, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to the election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. All right, who was the elder? Esau, Edom, and he shall serve the younger. So that prophecy hasn't came to pass just yet. All right, that prophecy, there was a time period where they were in where some of the Edomites were okay with some of the Israelites, and but there's never been a time and point where the Edomites have served the Israelites. All right, and that time is coming, which is going to be in the kingdom. All right, the Edomites are going to serve the Israelites, which are you self-proclaimed white people. All right, now we know it's not all about skin tone or whatever these carnal people may say. There might be some brothers out there that they look like another nation, but in reality they're Israelites. All right, so it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with our power? Yahweh forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So the Most High is having compassion towards Jacob, not Esau. All right, he's not gonna have compassion towards Esau, and you won't change his mind, because the Most High never changes. All right. So from there, let me go to Matthew 21. I'm gonna jump down to verse 28. Let's see. And this is the parable of the two sons. All right, which you can relate that actually to Jacob and Esau. All right, it says, but what think ye? A certain man had two sons, and came to the first, and said, Son, go work today in my vineyard. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward he repented and went. All right, and that's Israel. And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir, and went not. All right, that's how Esau was with Isaac. He was real, what's that word? He was real a kiss ass, all right, with Isaac. Yes, Father, I'll do this, Father, I'll do that, Father. All right. He may have loved him, but he didn't love the Most High. All right, and Jacob was a lot more humble. All right. So it says, whether of them twain did the will of his father? They say unto him, the first. Yahweh Shai. Salaki, Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of Yahweh before you. And for John came unto you in the way of righteousness, and ye believed him not. But the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterward, that ye might believe him. All right, so repentance is only found for certain Israelites, and not for anybody else, man. All right, so Edomites, that wicked man, he's not gonna find that place, in the kingdom of heaven. Because the Most High set it up that way. You see? So this is John chapter 8, verse 43. Why do you not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and has lust, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has shown us, all right, through the Spirit, that there is something called reincarnation, and that it's true, and it's biblical. All right, and through the reincarnation, Cain, which was an unrighteous seed, came back with the same curse that he had. All right, the Most High cursed Cain, and everybody in that time was a so-called Negro. All right, they were in that they had that skin tone. All right, the Hamites, so like the original Adamites, they were all of that skin tone, and Adam had that skin tone. All right, Eve had that skin tone, and Cain and Abel had that skin tone. Now Abel was killed by his brother, all right, out in the field, and Cain was cursed by the Most High. Now that curse that he received was a curse that everybody could see. All right, same thing that happened with Moses when Moses put his hand in his bosom, and so like not Moses, Abraham. All right, when Abraham put his hand in his bosom, and you know, the Most High told him if nobody believed him to do that, put his hand in his bosom, and when he pulled his hand out, it was white as snow. All right, it was a leprous hand, and he was scared because he was a dark man. You see, you can't get scared if you're a so-called white man, a pale skin, and then you pull out your hand and it looks exactly like your skin. Now, how are you gonna say, well, what's the difference? You see? So he pulled put his hand back on his bosom, and whenever he pulled it back out, his hand was turned back to his other skin. All right, and it says other skin for a reason, because it was not pale. All right, so they were dark people at that time, man. So the curse of Cain, all right, that the Most High had put on him, it came back after the flood through Esau. All right, and Esau had that indignation for all right, he had that hate towards the righteous Jacob, just like he had that hate for the righteous Abel. You see? So when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. All right, for he is the liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. And that's a lot of our people. A lot of our people love massa. All right, they love their master. They love their oppressors, and you know, falling after the way of what they do. You know, so with that, let me go back to Jeremiah chapter 8, and it was down in verse 11. It says, for they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. All right, and then there is no peace. And what do we have now? Christianity. And what does Christianity preach? Peace. That's what it preaches. That's not what the scriptures preach. All right, that's not what the scriptures are telling you, because, you know, to understand a proverb in the book of Proverbs, it tells you to understand a proverb, all right, which proverb means precept, and precept means commandment. To understand a commandment, all right, the commandments of the Most High. And it tells you, Salakia, I lost my train of thought. It says, damn, let me just get that real quick. I believe it was in the book of Proverbs. I believe it was what, chapter 3? Let me see. Proverb. Wise man will hear and choose learning. To know wisdom, all right, this is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 2, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, and the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the word of the wise of their dark sayings. All right, so the scriptures have dark sayings, man. All right, so what Christianity has brought is not dark sayings. They never say anything about the destruction that's coming. They never say anything about, death. The death that's coming. They never talk about any of that. They want everything to be sunshine and rainbows and butterflies, and they want to put this depiction that when the Lord comes back, it's actually going to be beautiful, and the clouds are all going to be shining their light, and they portray this white this Edomite looking Messiah, and and that's just what they believe, you see. But that's not scriptural at all, none of it. And they believe that our Savior Yahushua is coming back to slay this devil, this spiritual demon. They believe that he's gonna slay him, and then everybody's gonna be free from the curse of that demon. And then the world is just gonna continue in peace, But if anybody's seen that movie Wonder Woman, in that movie Wonder Woman, that's exactly what she believed. She believed that Ares, which was a Greek god, I believe, or a Roman god, but Ares was the god of war. Now Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, she believed that he was the reason for everything being bad. She believed that it was all Ares doing. But at the end, when they fight, Ares confesses, and he was like, yeah, I did push him, show him a little bit. He was like, but you should have seen how they were. They've been this way. They're the ones that caused all this. I didn't do any of it. He was saying that they were the ones that did it. You see? So it's not all about peace. It's not all that one thing that holds all this wickedness. It's a lot of things holding wickedness together. Being 2/3 of Israel and the Edomites and the heathen. So this is Jeremiah 8:11. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, where there is no peace. And that's what Christians believe in. They believe that they can say peace 200 times more than anybody else, that it's going to come true. And that peace won't come true until the kingdom of heaven is here. So right now we're preaching the truth. We're not preaching, what sounds good to the ears. Verse 12, it says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not all ashamed, neither could they blush. And for our people, the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, they don't blush when they commit wickedness. They just brush it off. Oh no, the Lord just wants me to be happy. And that's what Christians believe. They believe that the Most High only wants you to be happy. So whatever makes you happy, that's good to him. And that's a bunch of stupidity, man. An unrighteous balance is wickedness, is abomination to the Most High. So no, it's not about being happy. It's not about, oh yeah, I can eat pork now because all the animals are okay now. The Lord said don't call any of his animals unclean. But if you really read the scriptures, reading on, it lets you know that it's talking about the Israelites, the foreigners, the Greeks. And by Greeks, it means Hellenista, which goes back to an Israelite that was taking the customs of a Greek. So it says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nobody is, man. Nowadays, nobody is ashamed that they eat pork. Yeah, I eat pork, so what? Nobody's ashamed that they're faggots. Now they call it normal. It's the norm. Nobody's ashamed when they smoke weed and when they hurt their bodies and they smoke cigarettes. Nobody's ashamed of any of that shit, man. They can't even blush because they don't believe it's a bad thing. It says, therefore shall they fall among them that fall. Now, who are those people that are going to fall? The Edomites, these heathen. So the Israelites are going to fall among them. In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. So the lot for a wicked man. You see? So let me go to Job chapter 20. And it says, verse 4, knowest not this of old, since man was placed upon earth. All right, going back to Cain and Abel. It says, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, all right, that's Esau, Edom, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more be found. Behold him. His children seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, and how are his hands going to restore their goods? By going into slavery. You know, real quick, let me get this in Revelations. Chapter 13 and verse 10. It says, Revelations 13 and 10. You know what? Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, those are the ones that are doing the work. All right, in faith. You know, we're not just doing works like these other camps. All right, we're doing it in faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see? So going back to Job chapter 20 and verse 7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, he shall perish forever like his own dung. That's what we read in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so he shall perish away like his own dung. All right, just like you flush a toilet and you don't see that piece of shit ever again, the same way the Most High is going to do with this world. All right, he's going to bring fire and destruction to this world so we don't see Esau, Edom again, except for the slavery that he has to serve. Jumping down to verse 10, in verse 11, Salakia. His bones are full of sin from his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it, he forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. All right, and that's what I was talking about whenever, you know, these Caucasians vote for Donald Trump, because he says everything that they want to say. All right, and there's still some that they want to say, you know, because they're racist against the children of Israel. All right, because they hate the children of Israel, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. And it's clearly been shown, man. It's clearly been shown. All right, you have a lot of people from other countries, all right, which is from Europe, from Asia. They come over here, and those Edomites don't have a fucking problem with them. All right, but when it comes to the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, they have a big problem with them, man. If other people get visas, it's perfectly fine for them. All right, there's been murderers that have gotten visas from other countries, but over here, because you got pulled over one time, they don't want to give you the visa anymore, even if you know you've never done anything wrong for you know, a decade. You know, and that's just how Esau is towards the Israelites, man, because they struggled from the womb. From the womb, Esau wanted to kill Jacob. All right, it says verse 14, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, and the gall of asps is within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall cast them out of his belly. All right, so vomit isn't something that you would daily want to do. All right, nobody goes to their house like, man, I really want to vomit today. All right, vomit is just something involuntarily that happens to your body whenever it rejects something. All right, so the Most High is gonna cause you to vomit. All right, he's gonna cause you to spit everything back out, whether you want to or not. All right, so let me get I'm gonna end it with this one in Isaiah 47. It says, come down, in verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, so this place is going to be destroyed. You see? And that's the lot for a wicked man. That's what's left for him, destruction. All right, his place is going to be destroyed, and himself is going to be destroyed, and he's going to go into captivity. All right, the remaining of them, they're going to go into captivity, and they're going to be working for the Israelites. And after a period of time, they're going to be done away with completely. Their seed will be cut off. You know? So to answer Bob Marley's question that he has, all right, is there a place for a hopeless sinner? Yes, death and destruction. All right, and through those ICBM missiles here in this place, you know, you have Lazarus and or the rich man being Esau, Edom, and Lazarus being Israel. All right, and who was the one that was comforted? Israel, not the rich man, not Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom was down here in hell. All right, he was going through hard conditions. You know, he was in that lake of fire, which is the lake of fire being through the ICBM missiles. All right, he was stuck down here in the lake of fire, and he was looking up and seeing Israel being comforted through those UFOs, so-called UFOs. All right, they were being comforted, and they were screaming, Father Abraham. All right, now they wanted to start calling on names. You know, but that's the end of his reign, death and destruction. You know. So with that, Akim, I want to say shalom, peace and blessings to the 12 tribes of Israel, and as always, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakaha Kudash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for giving us this truth, this wisdom, this knowledge, and this understanding to rule well. Shalom, Akim. Stay strong out there.